Yeah, tough result. It's always a difficult environment to come into, and we never quite got into the rhythm that we needed to get into. We created chances, we made it difficult for them at times, but we perhaps never executed in the areas where we wanted to execute. But, Jane Campbell, 150 appearances, first goalkeeper to do that in the NWSL, special achievement, and Zoe Matthews, youngest ever player to step on a field for Houston Dash. So for us, there's positive moments heading into the last game of the season.
I'll sneak one more in there before we go to you, Theo. Natalie Jacobs also returned. What does it mean to the group to have her back with the team?
Yeah, really important. We've had a season where we've had players with injuries, and when someone like Nat Jacobs steps back into the team and strengthens our roster, it's a massive thing for the team. So we're extremely happy to have her back, and I'm sure she was happy to be back on the field.
Thank you for that. Theo, go ahead.
Hi, Ricky. Unlucky tonight. In my opinion, I thought it was quite good first half, good first 60.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was really kind of after they scored, maybe would have wanted a bigger response, but I do think there were a lot of positives tonight. Why do you think maybe the Dash couldn't get a response after going 2-1 down?
I think the rhythm of the game changed. They broke it up really well. They managed the game extremely well, and it just stopped there was no rhythm to the game after they scored their second goals. There was a lot of substitutions, and the tempo of the game just completely changed, and we just never found our tempo. And at times we forced balls into areas where we perhaps had more time on the clock than we thought, and we could have been perhaps a little bit more patient with the ball, but. We fought to the end. I mean, it's an example of this group. They never give up. They never back down. They never step away from a challenge. And all until the last minute, until the 97th minute, whatever it was, we were fighting to the end. And that's something this team is known for. They're resilient like that. And I'm proud to work with them. And it was good to see. It just wasn't our night.
You mentioned some of the milestones there. Obviously, Zoe, Nat, Jane. What was the kind of mood in the team talk after the whistle there? Maybe what you were saying or some of the other players were saying to those milestone players?
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating, we don't want to lose. This team doesn't want to lose. I've said that before. We've got big players. We've got big personalities in this team, and they don't want to be associated with losing. But we also realise that there's underlying positives that come along with some of the barriers we've been faced with this year, and the constant prepared to compete and fight for each other. These milestones like Jane reaching 150, Zoe stepping onto the field, they're all positive things that we can take into next week at home in front of our fans and make sure that we drop everything we have left in the tank into that game.
We talked a little bit about it on Thursday, just kind of about the vibes, about this long trip, about maybe the players kind of having a bit of bonding this week. The final away trip of the season, like you said, close out at home next year. Any reflections on sort of the last time this group will be sort of on the road, on the bus, against the world together?
It's been an unbelievable season. I genuinely believe that. Like, this is a group who have stuck together. There could have been cracks. There could have been opportunities for people to make excuses, and they haven't. They've lent into the challenge. And for me, it's been inspiring to stand alongside them. It's been inspiring to work with them. It's been inspiring to work with our staff who have turned up every day and worked 24/7. I'm just proud to be associated with this group. It's not finishing the way we wanted it to finish. Absolutely. We've got winners in this group, but one of the things I would think you would say is you would look at this group and you would say, this is a Houston Dash team who are going to work incredibly hard and fight for each other. And I think all season, in different areas at different times, you've seen a group that's stuck together and been incredibly resilient, and proud to be a part of it.
Thanks so much for your time, Ricky. Unlucky tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Theo.